Well, hello, people of the internet. What? That's in the way. Hi, everybody. How are you today? All right. Well, we haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought let's go live. Let's see what's going on here in St. Louis. Let's check out the new microphone. I got my microphone here now, right? And I got a lot of light on my forehead, a lot of forehead. Well, what's going on out there? Let's do a recap here. We're in St. Louis. It's spring. It is, I believe, April 16th, 2025. And things are pretty good here in St. Louis. We've got great weather. We've had some storms, some flooding, but that happens this time of year. And it's something that's going to happen. So we've got just a good vibe in the city. Yeah, people seem to be doing pretty well. Real estate's still solid here in St. Louis. Things are happening. There's obviously the issues everybody has, the glut of commercial office space. What are we going to do there? I don't know. Doesn't sound good, but there's got to be some positives there. Maybe some new housing developments, recreating some of the old buildings as new urban centers. Who knows? You've got some action in the city with a couple different properties that the city's working to renovate. The old, I call it the Stofers Hotel downtown, the round one right on the riverfront. There's a great plan to redo that. There's a great plan to redo the Crundon Martin old warehouse district there by the graffiti wall. If you haven't been to the graffiti wall, you're missing out, because I'm amazed how many people talk about the graffiti wall that have never been there. Don't be afraid. Go check it out. It's really cool. You've got the Railway Exchange building. Maybe something's even going to happen there. Who knows? That's like an entire city block. Baseball's happening. Opening day was recently. Cardinals seem to be playing good. How exciting, right? Another great St. Louis thing. One big thing coming up this weekend, and I don't know if anybody goes, it was a family tradition for us, was we would go to the Easter car show in Forest Park. I would throw a fit about it. We're going. We'd push everybody else back on Easter. That annoyed everybody, but we would go and we would have a great time. And the Easter car show split. The old guys up at the top in the Muni parking lot got in a fight with those young upstarts in their jaunty jalopies down below. And then the jalopies went to the, I don't know, St. Charles, some random parking lot out there. Who went? I didn't. I kept going to Forest Park. But now I've heard that they're back together. One big happy family. The Horseless Carriage Club up above in the upper Muni parking lot. And then the St. Louis Hot Rod Gangsters of America Toodaloo in the lower lot. There's going to be hundreds of cars, thousands of people. It's going to be a glorious day. Hopefully the weather holds. Bring your lawn chair, bring your car, bring your wagon, bring your dog. Have a picnic, do an egg hunt, have some fun. It's going to be a hoot. Let's hope the weather holds out. You hold out, weather. So I don't know what else is new. The real estate vibe. There's a lot of great investments in this town. Got a lot of people looking to buy. They're kind of biding their time, looking to see what's out there, waiting for something to come up. Got commercial investors. Got people looking just to move and upgrade. Got people looking to move and downsize. You just never know. People want land in the country. People want, especially this time of year, you want to try and get something out maybe in St. James, in between there and Rolla, or in between there and Salem, so that you can get easy access to the scenic riverways. The summer float season is upon us. You would think that the people of rural Missouri would really look forward to and embrace that crowd of people coming in. I know that it's outsiders, so it's always a struggle, but I think more and more they realize what the tourism and the conservation have to offer. And, I think a lot of them are rethinking their priorities now. So we'll see. St. Louis vibe. There's a lot of good investment opportunities. There's these neighborhoods that are starting to really see some action as far as redevelopment, infrastructure work. It's a great time to buy in some really cool areas of the city, historic areas of the city that have traditionally been forgotten, but are not going to be forgotten any longer. Some great areas to move your business, some great areas to, have a cool spot. There's a lot of really innovative things going on. And for the right investor and the person that is really looking at the big picture, there's some great opportunities here in the city of St. Louis. I have some great ideas. The Grasso brain is just chock full of ideas. And that's it's a good thing. So you could call me, or you could emails me, or you could, carrier pigeon me. That won't work. That. But there's a lot of ways to chat. And I look forward to speaking with you about any of that. If you want to talk, you want to get together, have a drink, eat a good sandwich, eat some of the best pizza in the world. If you disagree with me, you don't know what's up. Easter car show, we talked about that. This is going to be a short one. It really is to check out the camera, see how the microphone works over here, see how my volumes are. Going to get back into getting out, doing some fun videos here in St. Louis. Going to really check out some areas, check out some properties that you probably haven't seen and you don't know anything about. Show you some areas of the city that are unique and prime for you to come in and do what you want. The St. Louis city's it's an interesting place. There's a lot of opportunity here. And especially if you're in another market, like one of these crazy expensive markets, you can come here and your dollar will go so much further in the city of St. Louis. It really will. And I look forward to speaking with you. You can check out my website, grassoland.com. You can email me, grassolandstl@gmail.com. You can call me. I don't know if I'm going to put my phone number on here right yet, but I think you all know how to get a hold of me, right? I look forward to speaking with you. You can go to my Facebook page. You can like, share, and comment on this video. I'd like to ask a question. For you here in St. Louis, and I just recently did this. I just recently drove around to every neighborhood in one day and really drove through, looked at it, and thought about, would I live here? Where would I live? What would living in this neighborhood be like? What would I eat? Where would I shop? And it was really a interesting experience, and I really enjoyed it. I came up with some really interesting thoughts at the end of that, which I hadn't really considered before, like where I would live in the city of St. Louis proper, if I could pick. And the areas that I thought I wanted to live in were maybe down about 3, 4, 5 on the list. 1 and 2 were areas I had not considered living. And I think that those 2 areas, now you'd have to call me and talk to me about it. I'm not going to put it out here, let other realtors figure out what to do. No, we're going to have to talk in person. But I think there's one neighborhood that really stood out. And the second one that stood out, but one that really stood out. And I thought, man, I could really live here. This has, when you think livability, what do you think? You think, where can I buy my groceries? Where do I do my marketing, right? What would I eat if I wanted to go out? Could I walk there? Could I drive my golf cart there? would my kids or other people's kids have fun here? Is there parks and things to do and cultural events? And a lot of neighborhoods have a very strong sense of community, and that's something that really struck me in that endeavor to look at those different neighborhoods. It was it was very interesting. So I want you to tell me in the comments, make comments, where would you live in the city of St. Louis? What would be your neighborhood that you would choose and why? I'm interested in your opinion. And why not? What areas? I mean, you can always say, "Oh, I don't want to live where it's real crimey." Well, there's places that you would think are real crimey that aren't at all. That just gets a weird, uh, I don't know, almost like a gossip vibe of what goes on in the city when it uh, doesn't really come out in reality. Um, well, anyway, reach out. Oh, my nose itches. Reach out. Let's talk. Let's go have coffee. Let's go drink whiskey. Let's drive around and look at land. Let's talk about where your commercial investment is. Let's have some fun. I make it entertaining. I can guarantee that. So I look forward to hearing from you. Give me a call, email, carrier pigeon, whatever works for you. See you later, America, and all points east, west, north, south. Bye. I think it's this button. No, not that one. This one? This is so confusing.